Hello, hello! Welcome, YouTube friends! We are in Scandinavia today, right? So this is the new-ish map, couple of updates ago, I guess, right? It's always nice to have a new map. It's probably one of my bigger gripes. I'd like some more maps. It's great because it is a new map, but I don't really think it's anything cool. Like, it's still. I think there was some better ideas out there for map layouts, but anyway, that's my gripe for the moment, right? I am rocking the Yugumo. I'm sure I can't say it because I can't say hardly any of the ship names in this game. And my apologies to everybody. But yeah, so Tier 8. This is the initial tech tree from the Japanese destroyer line, right? So I do have it built out for the most part for torpedoes. I think I have my torpedo-centric Japanese commander on this boat, right? But I do think it's a decent mix. It's got decent guns as well, so you could kind of, it's got balance, I guess you could say. Which sometimes I don't like because then it's like, well, then the ship's not good at any one thing. It's yeah. And sometimes that's harder to play. Like, if I know I've got, this boat is a torpedo boat or this boat is a gun boat, right? Like, then I know to play that style and play those perks, buffs, whatever, those strengths. But, yeah. Anyway, so we'll go in for the D cap. Big D here. And see what sort of... see what comes up, because there's 4 destroyers on the enemy team here as you look at the, the board here. So I'm sure there's going to be one challenging us here, right? So with this type of ship, I'm pretty likely to get outgunned, right? So I don't want to just go sit in the middle of the zone, right? So I'm going to turn away and I'm already all right, I'm going to need an exit strategy, right? So I'm going to turn away, and my goal is, if I get challenged in here, I can smoke and leave the zone and come back to fight another day and send torpedoes to where I think that destroyer is, right? But so far, no one has come in here, right? And then we do get, what was that, a radar trigger from our cruiser there. Picks up a Shimakaze that was trying to sneak around. So that is a move I have noticed a couple of times on this map. And then, yeah, we got the 2 destroyers here. So we're going to smoke. And then, yeah, we got Chungmu and somebody else over here. So, yeah, so they're going to pick on our, my allied destroyer here. But I'm going to do what I can, right? I'm going to do what I can to oh, that was a decent hit. Jeepers. Yeah, so we'll fire our guns since we're not spotted. We're in the safety of our smoke screen, right? And then I just I don't know, are they blind firing at? I'm kind of curious what, yeah, there goes our destroyer. Yeah, that was a small one. I was like, why is he trying to muscle it out? Yeah, so then we get picked up by someone else's radar. But yeah, so that's what I was saying. So you notice that Shimakaze trying to go around the zone. So we did get the cap, so we're just going to floor it and run away, right? We might be able to finish off this small end here, though. That'd be sweet. I don't know why he showed himself. Hello? He was right in the smoke screen there. He didn't have to come out. This Chungmu, it looks like he's going to run into the land there, so I'm going to fire the torpedoes directly at the land, because I think he's going to have to back up. And then, he's going to have to back up and then move forward again to get away from it. So, well, he's getting away now. He's doing the backup portion right now. Alright, so I stopped firing my guns here because I'm out of spotting range, and so this is going to just barely save us here. Some blind shots still coming through, and we get the torpedo hit on Chungmu. 2 down. But yeah, so I've seen people in destroyers sneak all the way around the outside, because you would suspect, that they're, because that's what the enemy would least suspect, right? So they won't go into the zone. They'll just go right by it along the outside of the map there, and then they'll ambush whatever cruiser or battleship comes around that side. I have not died that way yet, but I'm when I play as a battleship on this map, I've never gone out there, because I'm if something doesn't show up for me to shoot, on the outside of that map, then I'm just driving, you know, like, I feel like it takes me out of the battle. So I haven't done that, but I see people do it all the time, and so it must be working, like, to be a destroyer and go up that side, go up the side of the map, avoid the zone, so that way people don't think there's a destroyer nearby, and then you show up right around the corner there at the enemy team and just whoop them. So we'll do what we can to try and defend this zone. I don't have high hopes for our one battleship here versus the 2 battleships, cruiser and destroyer. But we do get the Minotaur. I was gonna say Mino, and then I decided to say it correctly, and then it came out wrong. So we do get the Minotaur, and then Colombo. So it's tempting to shoot the guns here, because then I would get the defend ribbons, and then it's like, well, come on, like, how long would it take that battleship to, you know, turn his guns around and actually get a hit on us, right? But there's this destroyer here too, there's a Shimikaze, and then I think Colombo, like, some people could do secondary builds with that. So and I have, like, no health left. So, right, so I'm gonna not shoot my guns, I'm gonna not get spotted, right? Shimikaze dumps all his torpedoes at our allied destroyer over there. So we won't have to worry about him for a bit. Are we gonna get something on Colombo? Oh, it died out right before. Dang it. So we're just gonna have to be patient with torpedo reload here. And try and predict which way this main is gonna go, right? But, like, I'm just looking at it, it's like, man, there's so much damage to be had there. There's so much. So ideally, the smart thing to do here is give this a little bit of time in between shots so that you can trigger multiple floods, right? Alright, smoke screen's ready too now, so I don't really think anybody else is over here spotting, though, is the problem. But yeah, so the main's going to miss that first salvo, so it kind of doesn't really matter. But it's nice to have your torpedo racks sort of alternate in timing, right? So every 30, 45 seconds, whatever it's going to be, to fire a new rack, because then if you do trigger a flood, they put it out, then you've got torpedoes loaded or on the way already, right? So I was tempted to try and sneak around this island to get this main, but, like, I'm looking at the scoreboard and I'm like, look, we're down on ships. Let's try and win, right? Like, let's do the smart thing, move away a little bit, right? Because we don't have any health left, right? So, like, a YOLO rush around a corner, like, even if you're guaranteed to get him, if I had some health, that's an option maybe, right? But, like, I don't have health. Because, like, even if his main guns can't, even if he doesn't have the time to point his main guns at me, secondaries are going to get some shots off, right? So, yeah. Well, so now we're just, like, playing chicken with this little ledge here that we can't hit him with. And which direction he's going to, like, he has to back up some, but then once he backs up, is he going to come around this way? So, yeah. So we'll try and get a little bit more around it before we send torpedoes here. And then we'll fire just to the left of it, because there's no sense in shooting torpedoes into the land. And we could maybe take a cheap shot here. Of course he's going to back up. Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he keep backing up that way? I mean, it's possible he's just being a smart player and he knows that it's probably me that's spotting him, and that's where I have to be in order to spot him, right? But I feel like we haven't gotten spotted in a while, so I mean, he'd be smarter than me if if that was the case. Okay, here we go. He is coming back this way, so we are gonna get incapacitation. So depending on what that is, like if we damaged his engine or something, did it show up? I didn't even see what it was. But if we damage his engine or rudder, he potentially is gonna damage con that. So now if this rack hits him, we're gonna get floods. Hopefully, something, right? It doesn't look like he's moving, but I see smoke. Oh my god, those are gonna go right by him. Oh yeah, we did get. Oh, just barely. Just barely. Yep. So that's flooding. You can see our damage ticking up. So yeah, we must have damaged his engine or something, and then he damaged con that. So he's going to flood for a bit here. Ranking up the score. Oh, our battleship back here has got plenty of health left, so this game has potential. This game has potential. I'm gonna ignore the main now, like we don't need to send anything else at him. Or Ohio finished him off. We would have gotten that, right? He would have flooded. But now we can move towards this Colombo and go in and try and get the zone cap back, right? The zone back. Zone capture back. Whatever you want. Whatever, you get it. You know what I'm saying. And then we could get in there. You know, we've got a smoke screen left too, so if our battleship survives, which I don't know if he's sailing broadside to another battleship, but if he survives, he can spot this Colombo for us while we send torpedoes and shoot guns and sit in the safety of our smoke screen while we cap this zone. If we can get there in time. I feel like the boat is, like, we're going 40 knots, like we got speed here. We got the engine boost going. We're cutting it a little close. We're getting spotted here. Here we go. Now we got some land in between us. Oh yes, flood. Oh yeah, that was a good chunk. That was a good chunk. Alright, he damaged con that. Oh, we might be able to, yeah, we might not even need to use our smoke screen here. We can fire over this island. Ugh, something. One of them made it. One bullet. Didn't hit though. There we go. There we go. Those guns on the butt. The rear turrets can hit while we just inch forward. I mean, at this point, we probably could have just used our smoke screen because it looks like we're not going to need it. Now we got this game. Got this game. Oh man, this is going to be... This will be kill 4. Yes! If we want the Kraken, oh my god, fully low, like full health Zao, of course. I was like, if we want the Kraken, we gotta get this last cruiser, and then of course he's just packed with health. So I am working the Bureau project for that ship, that's the Zao. I'm excited for that one. Hopefully, I should have it very, very soon, right? So keep an eye out for video of that if I haven't already. I have scheduled a few videos out in advance, right? So, yeah, okay, yeah. Of course I was the one spotting him. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot, I saved my smoke screen. And then of course, like, I'm, you know, like, somebody else pick him up so I can shoot him. We're gonna need torpedo heads. We're on a deadline here, 2 minutes. 2 minutes to Kraken. I guess this is gonna be my life now. Like, just back in and out of this smoke screen so that I can spot him and shoot him once with my little pea shooter guns. Like, we do have, this is my torpedo build though, so I've got damage buffs built into these torpedoes. If we can get him to do like a damage con, you know, trigger a fire and get a torpedo off, or, you know, some combination here, we could get him. Alright, he's in the zone, it's getting capped. So our Ohio, our battleship is finally swinging. What is our cruiser doing? Like, is he just... Oh my god, the Ohio doesn't even have that much health left. Jeepers, what happened to him? Oh yeah, I forgot, he was sailing broadside to the Colombo. Alright, here's the Zao. Man, that was like impeccable distance. We almost got picked up there. Nope, and by almost, I mean shit, we did. Alright, so if he's gonna get a shot off on us, we're gonna shoot. We need these torps to hit. We need these torps to hit, because we're gonna die. Did we trigger fire? I don't think so. I don't think we... No, I don't have any fires triggered in this game. Of course we didn't. Looking at the banners. Oh, come on, baby. 30 seconds left. Give me these torp hits. Yes! It's just the flesh wound and Kraken in the same moment. That is epic. That was awesome. That is my favorite way to finish a game. That and ramming someone is fun too, right? 2 devastating strikes out of that. That's pretty wicked. And oh man, 4382 for XP. That is pretty. That is a good haul there for XP there. The next guy in line is the Z46 with like half as much. 400 grand credits. Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it. 175,000 total damage. Nice. So yeah, and I don't even have. So if you notice there, I still don't have this ship fully unlocked. I was still working on upgrades, so that's part of my problem too, probably. But this is the commander build. So this is the sexy lady is the Geist, right? So, but yeah, we do have Space Fishy that I got lucky from a crate from some event that increases torpedo speed, and then I'm using a Quantum of Solace from this guy for both torpedo damage and whatever the other thing was, right? I missed it, but yeah. And then torpedo damage, detectability. I don't like the other one, which is technically better, concealment, but gives you the less health, right? So then, and then I go reload speed for this row, and then I do think you could make a decent argument for the last row here. I'm picking speed, but you could do the smoke screen. It would be that's a good idea too, I guess. And then unstoppable almost always for my destroyers. It's pretty rare that I don't use that. I have an addiction to unstoppable for destroyers and will to rebuild for battleships, so for the legendary perk. That is our video for today. Thank you guys so much for watching all the way through. Please do subscribe to the channel. I do have World of Warships videos coming out every day, so that way you'll be here for tomorrow's, right? So we'll talk to you then.